Good afternoon everybody and namaste. Today we're going to make a 1 bowl lemon brownie. It's not really a brownie, it's a bit more like a cake, but it's really delicious. You could call it a lemon slice or a lemon cake, I don't know. It's nice though, that's the main thing. Tastes really good and it's so easy, it's all done in 1 bowl. Now I thought I'd just go over some of this egg substitutes. I did promise you that last week. So egg substitute, you could use a tablespoon of yogurt, coconut yogurt, as your egg. So 1 tablespoon of yogurt per egg. You could use 1 tablespoon of white vinegar mixed with 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda. That is per egg. And you could also use flax eggs. So 1 tablespoon of flax to 3 tablespoons of water per egg. So there you go. Give it a go. And you can actually substitute these for just about any egg in any recipe. The flax makes it a bit heavier, so we're not going to use them today. We decided to use the vinegar because it makes a bit of a lighter mix. But the flax is really good in banana bread and things like that. And the yogurt's good in cakes. Just makes it a bit more of a heavy mix, whereas the vinegar sort of lightens it up a bit. So just play around with it. Okay, so we'll start now. We're going to put everything in 1 bowl, mix it up, put it in our cake tin and in the oven for just 20 minutes. So we've got just some plain flour. We've got 2 cups, no need to sift it. I have used coconut sugar in this one, but feel free, it's going to colour it and make it a bit brownish. So if you didn't want it coloured, you can use white sugar. I just can't bring myself to use white sugar. My mother, I've got her in my ear. It's not that healthy for you, so I try to always use a healthy alternative. So I like coconut sugar, or you could use jaggery, brown sugar, something with a little bit more nutrition in it than white sugar is better. Although I will use the icing sugar for the icing. Okay, and we have half a teaspoon of salt. I use the Himalayan salt. We've got a half a teaspoon of, I've changed this. This is 4 teaspoons of baking soda because we're using the vinegar. So we will tip that in. Tip them in about the same time so that they sort of froth up. And half a cup of coconut yogurt. We've just used the Aldi's brand. It's pretty good and reasonably priced. Should be working for Aldi, I think. I'm always giving them a good rap here. And we've got some rice bran oil I've used, so 6 tablespoons. All in the same bowl, isn't this fun? And we've got the zest of 4 lemons. So this is what gives it a really nice lemony flavour. And we've got 4 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So with this cake, because it's a little bit more dense, you don't really need to be careful to fold it gently. You can just mix it up till it's all mixed through and there are no lumps. And because of the coconut sugar, as I said, it's going a brownish colour, but I don't mind that. There you go, that's all mixed through already. And we have got just our little square tray, baking tray here. I always put the baking paper in there, stop it from sticking. You can just lift it out easily then. So I always have 2, these are my handles. So 1 either side, so you can just lift the cake straight out and there's very little washing up as well. So there's our beautiful mix. Try and get it into the screen for you. And we're going to just pop that in the cake pan. I didn't have time to make one prior to the class today. It's been pretty busy here at ASMY. So what I'll do, I'll come back in about half an hour and just show you how it looks, and we'll put the icing on the cake, literally. So we'll just smooth that down. And there we have it. I'm going to pop that in the oven, a moderate oven, for 20 minutes. And I'm going to just whip up the icing now. So we have some icing sugar. Of course, you can have it without any icing if you don't want to use the white sugar. So, cup of icing sugar, the zest of 1 lemon. And we've got 2 to 4 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Just put a little bit in at a time, because icing is like when you make pastry, you know, you never know exactly how much liquid you need to use, because it can change depending on the type of flour. So I think icing is similar to that. You don't want to put too much in at once and then find that you've got a really runny icing sugar mix. So that's just like a little glaze for the top of the cake. That's nice. Okay, and we didn't use anywhere near the amount of lemon juice, probably only about 1.5 tablespoons. So we'll be back in about half an hour or so to show you the finished product. So we're doing our icing now, our glaze for the 1 bowl vegan lemon brownie. So I've had it in the oven for 20 minutes until you can feel the top, it should bounce back, and you put a toothpick or a very sharp knife into the center of the cake. When you pull it out, it should be completely clean, and that will show that your cake or your brownie is ready. So we let it cool for about 10 minutes or so, and we're just going to lift it out with the handles of this lovely baking paper. And we've got our glaze here, which was just a cup of icing sugar, zest of 1 lemon, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. So just go easy on the lemon juice, put a little bit in at a time until you get a nice glaze. So it should be a little bit runny. We're just going to spread this over. Have a look at that. Should about do it, I think. I'll put a little bit more on. It's nice and lemony. It's only just a very thin glaze rather than a frosting. And I'm going to just cut this now. So cut it down the center. And then the same the other way, down the center and then into 4. And look at that. It's a bit more of a cakey mixture than really a brownie. It's like a heavy cake. And as I said, the coconut sugar has given it the brown color. So if you didn't want the brown color, you could use white sugar. And should I try it? Let's give it a try. Really delicious. It's got a real lemony flavor, all that lemon rind. The glaze has got a lot of oomph in it too. Very, very delicious. So give it a try. Share with us your creations in the comments below. Namaste, thank you.